In this video, we are going to talk about top 10 best new action anime of 2021. So before starting, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. It's no secret that 2021 has been a terrific year for anime. There have been several incredible standout hits this year that have won over the anime community week to week. Just about every type of fan has got something to look forward to, but fans of action anime have been especially thrilled this year. It isn't simply because of the battle scenes, but also because of the expertly designed tale components creating some genuinely distinctive and memorable works of art. There have been some fantastic action anime this year, with even more action episodes to coming later this year. But one thing is for sure, all of them are worth celebrating. Here are top 10 best new action anime of 2021. So let's start. Number 10. Kemono Jihen. Kemono Jihen was a surprise smash during the winter anime season, swiftly building up a tiny reputation and developing a cult following in the process. A shame because the anime contained the perfect blend of mystery and action, but it hasn't gotten much attention. This is not to say that the show should be neglected simply because it had a small but devoted viewership. Some very interesting ideas are at play in this anime, and it manages to maintain a surprising level of consistency with its adaptation. Make no doubt about it. Even though Kemono Jihen is a relatively unknown brand, it is a hidden gem that deserves to be discovered. Number 9. Combatants. Combatants is a novel written by the same author that wrote the famed Konosuba series, and it is about an evil organization that is attempting to take over the globe. There are some exciting action sequences in this anime, thanks to the main duo's ability to teleport Earth-based weapons out of thin air, which frequently allows them to turn the tides of combat in an instant. The conversation is sharp, and the on-screen chemistry between the actors is frequently excellent. Fans of the Konosuba series will feel right at home in this series, as there are many parallels between the two series and the characters. There are some exciting action sequences as well as some amusing comedy that will keep fans entertained until the credits roll. Number 8. Slime. It was not widely anticipated when the first season of this anime aired in 2018, as the premise of a man being slain and reborn as a slime in a fantasy realm was something that had already been done to a lesser extent in previous works. But, with its use of endearing characters and ingenious world building, this show quickly gained a large number of viewers. Aspects of founding a new nation were highlighted in the anime, from politics and economics to the friends and foes formed along the road, and this fascinated the audience. Season 2 of Slime has continued to develop and expand on these themes, and as Rimuru Tempest's power has grown, so have the number of his opponents. Although the action sequences in this anime are designed to provide thrills, they are also frequently used to stress the importance of diplomatic connections between nations and the implications of such relationships. Number 7. 86. This anime doesn't have the most descriptive or memorable title of the year, but it isn't one to be passed over without a second glance. It portrays the heartbreaking story of a long-running war and the sacrifices that come with fighting in such a conflict. It's also a story about the struggle for human survival and what it's like to fight for one's right to live one's own life. However, at its core, the story of 86 is shockingly human, interspersing moments of genuine emotion in between the frenzied action sequences. Even the most painful parts of this story are thoughtfully told in this story that will keep viewers coming back for more. Number 6. SK8 The Infinity. Before the creation of this show, there had never been a skateboard anime before. Given how well skateboarding works in animated form, it's a little shocking to learn that fact about the sport. Using an extremely unusual and visually appealing premise about an underground skateboard racing organization, Studio Bones has developed something truly special. And if learning about real skating skills and tricks isn't entertaining enough on its own, the film's action portions feature some of the most intense sequences seen in any film this year. Everything about this program exudes with style and passion, and fans of action or sports anime just cannot afford to miss out on this opportunity to watch it. Number 5. So I'm a Spider, so what? Has charmed Isekai fans. Fans of Isekai anime should already be familiar with this spider-themed anime role-playing game, which debuted earlier this year and has since gained widespread attention. Survival in a foreign environment, and as an altogether new species, was not only appealing but also captivating as the characters struggled to survive. While this show is mechanically comparable to the aforementioned slime anime, it has a completely separate tale and approach to presenting it. It is clear about what it intends to accomplish and moves quickly to complete those objectives. An enthusiastic spider winning the affections of the anime community is not exactly something that the anime community expected to happen this year, but it turns out to be rather endearing. Number 4. Mushoku Tensei. It is not an exaggeration to claim that there has been an abundance of fantasy anime in recent years. Due to the fact that fantasy comics and light novels are immensely popular in both Japan and the United States, it makes logical to continue adapting them. The danger, on the other hand, is that you adapt something that will be generic or forgettable, and that will be utterly forgotten a season later. Thank you to some superb production and planning, Jobless Reincarnation is far from being a forgettable series, and the series has been elevated to a polished and beautiful level as a result. Because the fights are so smoothly depicted, it can be difficult to recall that this is an anime show at times. The set pieces and magic systems are also quite well designed, and any frame that contains these elements will always be a visual pleasure for the audience. Number 3. Tokyo Revengers. This was by far the most unexpected of all the recent anime to be released this year, and it was also one of the most well received. Not because it has accomplished anything innovative or revolutionary, but rather because it executes on its idea so flawlessly. Takemaki, the main character, travels back and forth between the past and the present on a weekly basis in order to halt gang violence, which would inevitably result in his former girlfriend being a victim of the crossfire. Weekly surprises keep viewers on the edge of their seats, and the show does a fantastic job of keeping them wondering throughout the season. Number 2. Nomad Megalobox 2. To hear the news of a second season of a show that had already reached its conclusion was entirely surprising, let alone for an original series that had already concluded in 2018. Is there anything further that could be said or explored? And it turns out that TMS Entertainment had much bigger plans for Gearless Joe than we originally thought. In the second season of Megalobox, we saw a darker and thematically more mature side of Joe, as he struggled with addiction, grief, and finding a sense of meaning in his life. Nomad, the anime that is at the heart of this story, is one of the most genuinely written cartoons not only of the last year, but of recent memory as a whole. Every minute of this show, from the action to the heartbreaking drama, feels like a satisfying conclusion to a long and eventful journey. Number 1. Vivy Fluorite Ice Song. The thing about anime originals is that no one knows what to anticipate from them until they see them. When there is no source material to refer to, there is always the possibility that the experience will be extremely inconsistent. However, when Vivy burst into the scene in April, it completely stunned audiences with its stunning animation, fantastic music, and thought-provoking tale about an AI rebellion, among other things. This and more are expertly navigated by Vivy, who does so while weaving in some of the best action sequences seen in anime thus far this year. This anime, in addition to being an immensely enjoyable and captivating passion project, is one that will undoubtedly be remembered for years to come. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.